Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's your man Big Tuck from BOREDinDE. Today, I have Comedienne Ms. Bubbles. And we go way back. I'm telling you, boy, this chick's a funny chick, man. What's going on, Bubbles?
Nothing. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Now, where the name Bubbles come from? And we ain't talking about the bubbly personality, are we?
Might be my head. I got the bubbly head.
So you just had a show.
Just had a show.
How was it?
It was good. It was a good turnout. The crowd was a little tight. It was a little tougher crowd. Just because they were a more mature crowd. So,
you know how it is. Motherfuckers get older. They don't want to stand up. They don't want to cheer. They don't want to do shit.
After a certain age, that shit started hurting to laugh. Yeah, but it was a good show. I was satisfied. Had some good comics come out of Philly and Philly, and then we also had Ira Wash from Delaware. I had to remember who my Delaware comedian is.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to forget our home state.
We can't do that.
So what's it like being a female comedian here in Delaware?
It's fun. It's interesting. Definitely keeps me pretty busy when I want to be. When I want to participate, it's always something to do. I guess I feel like a lot of love. I feel a lot of support. Maybe just because I'm a female too. You hear a lot of people saying that they don't really feel the support of their home state. Delaware don't support anybody. I can't really speak on that because I've had nothing but support from Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware supports when they know about shit.
Yeah.
So if you rely too much on Facebook or Instagram to get the shit out, they'll find out about your party a week after it happens.
Well, then you got to support, you got to support people. A lot of people expect the support, but they don't give the support, and that, I believe, plays into it as well. So, I try to support a lot of people, and because of what I'm doing, those people that I've supported support me, so, it's like washing each other's backs, but everybody don't get that, everybody just feel like I'm doing something, support me, it's my time, but you weren't there for somebody when it was their time, so,
because support goes both ways,
it
actually.
Does. It really does. It does.
Do you find a lot of source material here in Delaware? Because, Delaware, we known for doing some
I do. I find a lot of material just from everyday life here in the tri-state period, just from my household, my job, my relationships, my children. I get all of my material from that, Yeah,
because speaking of relationships, I seen your post where you was like, I like younger guys, but I ain't no sugar mama.
I ain't no sugar mama. I ain't got nothing but hard nips and bubble gum for them. And I just chewed my last piece. So I ain't got no money for no mother's son. But I like the youngins. They fun. They fun.
And I see where you made you shared a meme. It looked like it was like saying reasons to date an older woman because she ain't got no kids. She don't want no kids. She want to feed you.
Yeah.
She like
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's what I'm basically about. If you're dealing with me, that's what it's about. I'm not trying to bury your baby, I'm not trying to hold on to you like that. I just want to have a little fun, travel, get my little and eat good, That's what it's about for me, It's little dramas possible.
Now, how long you been doing comedy?
I've been doing it since August 12th, 2010.
Okay.
Yep, the day before my birthday.
Okay, so you almost got a decade in.
Yep.
And what did it just hit you like, oh, I just want to do some comedy, or people just kept telling you you were a funny chick?
It happened by mistake. It happened.
By mistake?
By mistake. It was by mistake. I had gone to, you remember French Quarters?
Yes.
And Just Me with 302 Live, and that night it was kind of rainy, and not too many poets, like the open mic people, not too many of them came through. So she needed somebody to help her with occupying time.
Right.
So she came over to the table. I just came there to listen to open word, spoken word. And she just asked me, Sheikah, don't you want to do your comedy? Mm-hmm. And the first thing I said to her was, bitch, I'm not a comedian. I'm not a comedian. Then I said, you know what? I just remembered that Wayne Gretzky quote,
Mm-hmm.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, bitch, give me a drink. Give me a drink. She got me a drink. And I went up there and I killed it. And, I was kind of under the influence. I didn't know if I really killed it or not, or whether the drinks was making me feel
Because you was buzzed.
Yeah, because I was buzzed. So then I went back the following Thursday and I killed that, and I had somebody to walk up to me, Sean Clay, as of a matter of fact.
Okay.
He's good friends with like Michael Blackson and everything. He was like, listen, if you give me your number, I can get you paid. And I thought, like, is he pimping or what? I said, he just see my ass in these liquid pants. That's what it's about. But he ended up following up with me. And by the, my third time doing stand-up, he had me getting paid.
Man, that's what's up. And shout out to Just Me, because Just Me had
yes.
the dopest phrase, shout out to the drinks.
Yeah, shout out to the
drinks. I don't
drinks.
care where I'm at. When somebody says that, I'm like, that's Just's line.
That's
Just line.
Yep. Much homage to her. I mean, she's the one that got me started, really, so.
Wow,
I'm
French
always
Quarter, I remember
for
that.
her.
Having to go up to that little window and wait for them to pour a drink.
Yeah,
so damn slow.
It was so fun, and just Will Camp killing it, I miss him.
Yeah, he's a funny cat, too.
Yeah, I miss Will. I'm pissed he went to Atlanta. I mean, I know he's doing good for himself out there, but, that's comedy,
you
bro.
gotta go where,
yeah,
you don't make the biggest impact.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
And, when he packed up, what he was doing, what Just was doing, we definitely missed that.
Yeah.
Like, I know we got stuff that goes on now, but back then it was just chilling with a whole bunch of friends and some drinks, and you got some good spoken word. And remember, we had poets coming from all over and stuff. But to find out that you got your start in French Quarter, that's probably one of the days I fucking miss, because I used to always be in there.
Yeah, that's where I got my start at. And you know what? I'm actually trying to bring something like that back to Delaware, because since they're not doing that, we don't have that anymore. You know, and you have a show here and there, but I'm talking about the consistency. So I definitely hope to bring something like that back to Delaware.
Think you want the responsibility of that? Because that's got to be a lot.
It is a lot, but I kind of feel like it's kind of my duty at this point. I mean, I'm in the field, so I have to get it popping. Regardless, it is a lot though. I know that just by throwing these past couple of shows, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Now these shows, are you the one that's holding them, or you're part of a team or something like that?
It's me. It's my production. Like, I'm the one that's getting the venue. I'm getting the performers. I'm paying everybody that's performing. I'm putting everything together, like, just trying to be the mastermind behind it. So,
what's your relationship like with other comedians in the area? Think you're pretty good?
Yeah. I mean, no bad blood with any comedians. I mean, like, when I think about it, no bad blood with anybody.
Okay. I mean, we wouldn't want bad blood with you, because you got jokes, because you definitely, observe everything. And
roast them down.
I'm going to pick you apart, too.
Roast them down. But now, I mean, and I hope to be able to work with everybody. That's what I'm trying to do, work with everybody. So I don't want to get into that, I don't like this person, or I don't fool with this person, or I'm not going to work with this person. I just try to keep an open mind and stay mutual and, out of the dumb shit. Yeah,
because Delaware does have a habit of being cliquish. I guess that happens everywhere, but we kind of notice it more because we're smaller and stuff.
Yeah.
And really, I think if people just got out of that cliquish state and just support what you like and support what's good, and we'll have more opportunities open up.
Exactly. And I was even thinking about, even with some of the people that's already, done shows and different events and things, I started thinking about maybe merging my brand with theirs. And then I thought about it, you don't know what people already got going on for themselves. And I know I'm in my own lane. I ain't got no problems with anybody. So I don't want an opportunity to be blocked for me because it's something somebody else got going on with somebody. So
now, do you write your jokes, or you're more just you kick them as soon as you see it?
Yeah, I'm just off the dome. I don't do any writing. I've never written anything in my life. I feel like it's old by the time you write it and you say it. I mean, and I know that that's how a lot of people do it, but to me, in order for me to present it to somebody else, it has to be funny. And I just like that natural feel, just like being random, saying what's off of my head instead of sounding rehearsed or scripted.
Yeah, but don't you want to, keep the show kind of like, if you do one show, you don't want to put out too much material, do you?
I don't care. I mean, I just let it. I'm just me.
You just let it flow.
I just let all me out, and what you see is what you get.
Now, do you have any routines that you like a something ceremonial that you do before you go on stage? Like, so I know some people might roll up, some people might drink something.
All that. I have to, and I like to get my mind right. And I'm not really a drinker. But like this last show, I had like 3 cups in each other, sucking them bitches down. Yeah, so.
No, like, have you ever got on stage and you was like, yo, I'm too fucked up. I gotta hurry. Just set up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and when I first started out, I remember I had an event somewhere. And I want to say Philly. I was so smashed that I just stayed at the bar. I didn't even perform because I was so smashed. I mean, because believe it or not, I'm shy.
You shy.
I'm shy. I'm actually shy. And I actually have stage fright. But it's not enough to make me not stand up, I'm going to still stand up. I'm not going to allow it to stop me from doing that, but... it's scary as hell, shit. That's
funny. You saying you shy. I know I couldn't pull it off if I said that. Because sometimes I think I'm shy. I think I give too... At one time, I gave a fuck what too many people thought. And then once I got old, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. And then, that's how I got over my shyness.
Yeah, I'm about there. But it's just still... sometimes when I get to saying certain things, I might look out in the audience and see that there's somebody... as old as my grandmother out there, and I'm like, I'm up here talking about this shit that I'm talking about. But they be liking it. They do. And
but if they older, they've been through it.
Yeah, and they the ones who'll come to me afterwards like, good show, keep doing what you're doing. You say what everybody's thinking, and
How does that make you feel when they come up to you like that?
It's rewarding.
Especially like when you see them in the crowd, you're thinking like, oh shit, I done fucked up, and they the main ones coming to show you love and everything.
It make you feel like, like wow, what I'm saying, like where I thought I was going to be too much, and I thought that they weren't ready for me. It was just right. So I mean, it's rewarding.
Now, have you ever had a show where you had to deal with a heckler in the crowd or anything?
Oh yeah, Philly used to try to light my ass up. That's how I got this shit popping here, because I used to get back with them. Like they. You're a short female coming in, little country accent they say or whatever. Lights their asses up. That's an easy show. I love a heckler. I love a heckler.
I never understood why somebody would go to a show and heckle. I'm like, yo, that motherfucker got the mic. Ain't nobody really gonna hear you but your little circle around you.
Yeah, you want to, like, at a Miss Bubbles show when Miss Bubbles is performing, you want to be on time and you want to sit down and shut the fuck up. Because when you make yourself, a target and you put yourself out there, light you up. I don't just light everybody in the audience up there, because I realize people are dealing with different things. Everybody that's at the show is not necessarily trying to be part of the show. So I respect that, and I'm, try to be a little mindful of who I have in my audience and not say things that are offensive. But, for them loud mouths, you got a few drinks and you think you getting ready to get lit. I'm going to definitely cut up with you.
So if somebody came in there with a crazy ass suit, you just go ahead and be like, all right, let me kind of judge the moment. Let me judge the vibe.
It depends on how crazy the suit is and where the hell you sitting at.
Okay, if you're in the front row with some old loud purple shit on, you get your ass lit up.
Yeah, you want it.
You asked for that shit.
Yeah, you want it. You definitely signed up.
But God, I mean, I interviewed a couple other comedians, and one of them, Breakout, was one of our first interviews and stuff. And Breakout said, he had a method of dealing with the hecklers. It's like, he kind of like embrace them, then slap them. Like, give them a compliment and be like, oh, yeah, dude, that's a nice suit. When you going to give it back to your son? Or some shit like that. You know, kind of like stuff like that.
Yeah, Ty smooth with it, though.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? He OG status with it. He's definitely smooth with it. I just lights him up. I just tears him apart. You will be sorry that you even opened your mouth up to heckle. Because, I mean, you shouldn't be heckling at a comedy show. You know?
Now, you know, a lot of comedians been getting shit come down on because, you know, we're close in age together and stuff. And, you know, when we were growing up, nothing was off limits. You know, your sexuality, your complexion, your weight, everything. But now, with everything being so sensitive, do you find yourself having to reel back certain jokes? Because, like, you know, like how Eddie Murphy had to backpedal on some shit that he said with Raw as far as talking about the gays and stuff like that. But
yeah, definitely. And I feel differently than a lot of different comedians feel, because they feel like, okay, I'm a comedian, it's just open season. And I feel like you still have to be mindful of what you're saying on your platform, out of your mouth, you know? I don't feel like your comedy should necessarily be hurtful or offensive to other people. Comedy is to make people laugh. If you are making people upset, you're hurting people, you're pissing them off, then you're defeating the purpose of even being a comedian. You know, so I'm really, really delicate with that. I mean, I might go to the line, but I try not to cross it.
Yeah, because we all got situations like, you know, I might do something crazy and they'd be like, yo, my big homie, man, he did something, this. And, you know, we all got friends that from different walks of life and different, you know, lifestyles and things of that sort. So if I'm hanging with my coworker who happens to be gay and he does something silly, I think I should be able to kind of joke about it without everybody being like, oh, homophobe.
Well,
because, you know, if you got a large amount of friends, you always got one or two friends that be like, I can't believe you did that shit, and it ends up in one of your skits.
But that's like if one of my white friends said, you know, my black friend, she like, why I gotta be the black friend? Why can't I just be your friend?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you get to putting too much detail in there, you know what I'm saying, that's when it starts getting offensive. I just stay away from it because if you haven't noticed, LGBT is not to be fucked with, and they will not shut my business down before it gets started.
Right.
They get you out of there, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, everybody deserves respect, so, you know.
Yeah, because we asked for it for so long.
Yeah, we did. You know?
Let me ask you this. When you got certain people, not necessarily comedians, but certain people that, like, especially around Halloween, that they'll do something in blackface because they wanted to get into that character.
Ooh.
I see how people get so outraged, but on the other hand, I'm like, we have movies like White Chicks and shit. You know, isn't that one and the same? So how you gonna get mad at one but not the other?
I mean, and I feel like that too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that too. I just stay away from that shit. I do. I stay away from all of it. Like, I do. I don't...
Because I get what people are saying. You don't have to necessarily put on blackface to represent a black character that, you know, you admire, like a celebrity or a superhero or somebody, you know, fictional. You know, you don't have to be the blackface, because there's been many times that we went out as, you know, characters of white or Asian, and we ain't putting no yellow or white paint on. It's just, hey, you know, I mean, I might have threw one of my wigs on or something if the you know, guy had long hair or something like that. But
I just think it's I think it's all messed up. Like, even when the movie White Girls was out, I never entertained that. I never seen it like that. You know, I wasn't interested in seeing it. Because
I was shocked when people started complaining about stuff, and I'm like, one of the funniest movies I remember growing up was it was one with Rae Dawn Chong, and it had I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a preppy white dude, but he dressed up and acted like a black man because he wanted the scholarship. I think it was called Soul Man.
Yeah.
Remember? Thomas C. Howell, I think his name was.
Yeah, that was.
I thought that was hilarious, but that definitely wouldn't fly now. Yeah. Also, another thing that wouldn't fly is like my man from A Living Color, the guy with the deep voice to play Kyle. Remember, he had that one movie where he was he wanted to be a news reporter, and, you know, the white woman brought him in, and she started making him white. And he would have dreams and stuff, and seeing himself on TV, all the white face and stuff.
I mean,
like I thought all of that was funny. I mean, it was the early '80s and '90s, but stuff like that just won't fly. Like, and I just feel like comedians, you know, I get what you're saying, where you gotta be mindful of what you do, but how did we come so far? Like, you know,
well, just I mean. I feel like you have comedians and you have clowns. You know, I feel like you have comedians, you have clowns. A comedian, there's an art behind being a comedian. A clown just start doing all types of dumb shit just for laughter. And then that's when you get yourself into that type of trouble because you're painting your face and you're going too far, you know. I just, you know, I feel like there's a big difference between a comedian and a clown. And nowadays you're seeing more clowns than you're seeing comedians. You know, like it's no art to what these people do now. They, you know, go places and do offensive things and just be disrespectful.
For that whole shock and awe.
Just for the shock and awe. And they do it in front of cameras and shit just to go viral. I mean, I could have been done something like that. But to me, my dignity, my respect, you know, the way that my kids are going to view me, the things that they're going to see years later. I mean, I say some pretty raunchy things out of my mouth, but that's adult talk, you know, and I'm not against them seeing that. But when it comes down to dumb clownish shit, like, I don't want my kids to see that, you know, years from now. I don't want them seeing me just being ratchet and just, you know, I don't want that. I don't want that to come back around. So
now, what do you think about these people that think comedy is easy? Like, I could just get up there and be funny. I understand your metaphor as far as comedians and clowns, but you know, when you work at an office place, you got somebody, you might be a little funny, but you can't get that on stage. You know?
Everybody say it. Oh, everybody tells me I'm funny. You know, how do I do comedy? And you know, it's a different. You know, it's different when your friends and your family's telling you funny versus you being able to entertain different crowds, different nationalities, different age groups, and different things like that. That's much different, you know. But I mean, anybody that feel like they can potentially be a comedian, I encourage them to do it, you know, because I started from somewhere. But at the same time, you know, tread lightly because it ain't. You know, it's a little different when you got all them faces looking at you like, well, bitch, you better make me laugh. I didn't, you know, and when your reputation's on the line too. So
what's up next for you? I mean, what's going down for you? I know you said you're thinking about bringing back, you know, the open mic or, you know, like the little comedy venue, you know, something like a nice little intimate setting where people can come out, hang out, have some drinks and stuff and listen to some funny fucking people.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to do something like that. I'm considering doing something May 9th, maybe for like Mother's Day event or something like that. And then I'm definitely having my comedy roast August the 8th. So it's 8/8/2020. That's going to be my 10th year comedy anniversary roast and my birthday. So
who we roasting? You?
Oh yeah.
Nah, I ain't doing that. Yeah, because your ass be like, I remember you, fat motherfucker. I got you.
Well, that's the thing. I get the mic back, so yeah.
Oh, okay. So you gonna be sitting up in there in the big ass throne and be like, all right, I'm gonna let you say your words, but I got you next.
Maybe I might do something like that. But it's gonna be 70s style because I'm a 70s baby. Okay. So it's gonna be 70s style. So it's gonna be like that. Pimps and Hoes theme type, player haters ball type.
I could pull out the bell bottoms. And I don't know if you know, but I came up with a character called Chubby Cheeba. And everything. So I throw the wig on and stuff like that. And
bring all
and get
that.
to talking and be like, all that fly shit. And, you know,
bring all
jive
that.
turkey and be like, yo, he hooked on that horse and everything.
Yeah. That's what I need. I need that type of energy, you know, all the 70s stuff.
Oh, shit, I'm looking forward
Hip
to that.
huggers, bell bottoms, afros, gold tooth, flower power, all that, you know. That's what's going on.
Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about doing, like, skits for social media? Like, you know, taking, like, you know, a little film crew and be like, all right, let me make a little funny skit about situation or scenario and stuff like that.
I wouldn't mind doing that. My problem is the technology. I don't know how to use my camera in a way where, like, I'm seeing different people that's, like, 2 or 3 different, like, you know how Eddie Murphy did, what was it, Coming to America in the barbershop. All of those characters were Eddie Murphy, just different personalities and stuff. I don't know how to do that, you know, but I want to later, you know, start doing something like that.
Okay, well, I could probably, you know, help and put you in touch with somebody like that, because I think that's where we're going, because you figure, I seen a lot of comedians that when Vine was doing its thing and then Instagram started having video, a lot of these cats blow up. Everybody talk about Cardi B, but, you know, it was a lot of other cats that I'm seeing on TV shows and movies that I'm like, oh, I remember him from Instagram and stuff like that, because they do the little skits, especially, I can't remember the guy's name, King something, had the big beard, and I think he did
King
some
Karan.
Yeah. His shit was funny as hell with him and his, you know, his girl. I guess she wasn't his girl at the time, but they were just playing like couple or whatever. Shit like that. I could see you doing something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's, well, I know that's the only reason why I haven't gone viral. Because I don't do the skits and all of that, you know. I've been kind of slow motion with the comedy stuff, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. You
can't sleep on social media.
Yeah, you can't.
Because social media can take you from the basement to the stage real quick.
Yeah, they can. It can, but you got to be ready for all that too. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of people, and that's why I kind of pace myself and I move slowly at it, because I know it's coming, you know, but I just want to have the right mindset when it comes, you know, because a lot of people at the time they came and went, you know, they had it, they lost it.
Right.
And I don't want to be like that, you know, so I kind of pace myself so that when it comes, I have longevity, you know, and...
Because, like, honestly, the time is now. Because I see, when they were doing it, that's one thing. But, like, these phones we carry, like, I'm actually filming you on my phone. The phones we carry, they could do so much. And I know you don't have to be all technical, but, you know, some of the stuff is easy to use. But if that's just technology is something that scares you, there's people out there looking for a break to help somebody do something, because it's like, I may be good with video and stuff like that, but I'm not good in front of the camera, but I can do miracles behind the camera.
Yeah, send them my way. Send them my way, because I'm definitely not opposed to it. I just, you know, I haven't really been into the whole technology thing. I call myself getting this cell phone, this Apple iPhone. And I got it for that purpose, you know, to be able to do skits and stuff. And I ain't did nothing more with it than I did with my other phone.
You can get yourself a tripod, get yourself a nice little cordless mic or something, and you could really do some good shit.
Yeah, I need you to, I'm gonna need you to help me.
Yeah, I definitely help you out.
I see how you set up here. I know you know.
Oh, okay. Stuff. Okay, yeah, thanks. A little something.
And we go back.
Yeah, we definitely go back.
Yeah. So.
We go back, shoot, Jersey, Southbridge, all that.
Ain't that something? Remember, you used to come over the crib, chill over the crib. And
yeah, boy.
Remember, moms and everything. My mom knew you and all that.
Yeah. And that's some good time. That's why I was like, when I see you doing your thing, I was like, yeah, let me get her up on this podcast. Because, like,
I appreciate it.
Here at BOREDinDE, we try to feature people that are living or working in Delaware, because, you know, when people talk about Delaware, they say it's boring. And I'm like, well, yeah, if you want to party to 4 a.m, it's boring, but we got a whole bunch of other things going on, so that's why I want to start highlighting people, so people will be like, hi, I heard about Comedienne Ms. Bubbles, let me start checking her out and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
So before we wrap things up, tell people where they can find your ass.
Oh, wow, you would say that. I have a whole bunch of different stuff, so you can find me on Instagram, Comedienne, which is the female version of it, COMEDIENNE MS Bubbles, Comedienne Ms. Bubbles. I'm also on Facebook under Comedienne Ms. Bubbles. You can just you can just find me all over the place. If you just Google Comedienne Ms. Bubbles, you're gonna find me.
Yeah, and definitely follow her and stay in touch, and we definitely gonna work with her to help her get some skits and everything out like that and stuff. Cause I would love to see you on one of them. I caught my man cheating skits or something like that. Cause I know you could cuss a motherfucker out.
Yes,
I know.
Cuss them smooth out.
Cuss them too short to shit.
Cuss them to the gods. To the gods.
Well, Bubbles, I appreciate you coming out here.
And thank you for having me.
Having your evening come out here and stuff like that. You know, definitely can't wait till people hear this episode. And it, like I said, you know, it's Comedienne Ms. Bubbles and Comedienne as for the female version. Definitely check her out. And of course, if you need to know more, you can go to BOREDinDE.com. I'll have her links and everything to her social media and everything on there once this episode goes up. And until next time, this your man Big Tuck from BOREDinDE with Comedienne Ms. Bubbles. Peace.
Peace.